We've spent this season looking at the universe from many angles: patterns, information, persistence, energy, structure, chaos, renewal, limits, and the layers that make everything work. Now it's time to bring it all together. Today we're going to step back and look at the whole picture at once. Not just how individual pieces behave, but how the universe builds itself from the bottom up and the top down at the exact same time. By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple mental model that can help you understand why anything exists at all, why complexity grows, and why the universe never stops evolving. Let's begin. Part 1. The universe is built from patterns. At the deepest level, the universe is not built from just matter or energy or particles. It is built from patterns. Patterns of motion, patterns of fields, patterns of structure, patterns of behavior. An electron is a pattern. A crystal is a pattern. A heartbeat is a pattern. A spiral galaxy is a pattern. A thought is a pattern. If the pattern can survive, it persists. If it can't, it fades. This is the foundation of everything else. Part 2. Patterns need information. A pattern cannot exist unless it can be carried forward. Something has to tell the next moment how to behave. That something is information. Information is not digital code. It is simply structure that can guide what comes next. A seed carries the structure of a tree. A planet carries the structure of its orbit. A memory carries the structure of an experience. Information is what lets patterns move across time. Without information, the universe would be static, just one moment flashing into another with no continuity and no complexity. With information, patterns can grow, accumulate, and evolve. Part 3. Persistence, the universe's hidden rule. Now we add the next ingredient: persistence. Persistence is how long the universe can keep a pattern alive before it becomes too expensive or too unstable to maintain. A particle can persist for billions of years. A leaf can persist for a season. A thought can persist for seconds or a lifetime. But here's the important part: persistence depends on cost. Small systems can support long superpositions. Large systems collapse quickly. Stable systems can hold patterns for ages. Unstable ones lose them instantly. This persistence threshold is what shapes everything from atomic transitions to life cycles to entire galaxies. Persistence is the filter that decides which patterns survive. Part 4. Energy shapes what can survive. Every pattern, no matter how simple or complex, requires energy to maintain. A cell needs chemical energy. A star needs fusion energy. A storm needs heat energy. A memory needs electrical energy. If the energy is there, the pattern continues. If the energy fades, the pattern dissolves. This is why stars die, ecosystems change, civilizations rise and fall, and galaxies evolve over billions of years. Energy doesn't just power patterns, it decides which patterns are even possible. Energy is the sculptor of persistence. Part 5. Layers. The universe's secret architecture. Everything we've talked about sits inside a larger structure. The universe is built in layers: particles, atoms, molecules, cells, organisms, ecosystems, planets, stars, galaxies, cosmic webs. Each layer has its own rules, its own stability, its own kind of information, and its own way of passing patterns forward. No single layer controls everything. Instead, each layer shapes and is shaped by the layers around it. This layered architecture is what allows complexity to exist without falling into chaos. It's the universe's operating system. Part 6. Communication. Across layers. Layers don't sit in isolation, they communicate. Gravity links galaxies. Chemistry links molecules. Signals link cells. Language links societies. Memory links moments. Information flows upward from small things to large things, and downward from large things to small things. A single DNA change can reshape a body. A climate shift can reshape an ecosystem. A supernova can reshape an entire galaxy. This two-way communication is what allows new structures to form and old ones to adapt. It is the universe's way of staying connected with itself. Part 7. Noise, mistakes, and randomness help build complexity. If the universe were perfectly ordered, nothing new could ever happen. It is randomness, variation, and noise that allow patterns to evolve. Mutations create new traits. Random motion helps molecules find each other. Fluctuations help stars ignite. Quantum noise helps particles transition. Mistakes are not failures. They are creativity engines. The universe grows because it never repeats itself perfectly. Part 8. Renewal and decay are part of the same system. Every structure eventually breaks down. Cells die, mountains erode, stars collapse, galaxies merge, memories fade, but decay is not destruction, it is recycling. The death of one pattern creates the materials for new patterns to form. Stars produce elements, supernovas spread them, planets form from the ashes, life grows from the dust. Renewal and decay are two sides of the same engine. This cycle is how the universe keeps expanding its possibilities. Part 9. The universe never resets. The universe doesn't erase anything, it transforms it. Every moment is shaped by the moment before. Every pattern is built from older patterns. Every structure carries the memory of what came before it. This continuity is what allows complexity to rise. If the universe could reset, nothing could grow. Continuity is the universe's spine. Part 10. The full PIW-CWG framework. Now let's bring it all together. PIW, persistence information. Weave says the universe saves information by weaving patterns forward from moment to moment. Every pattern that survives is part of this weave. CWG, the Carroll-Wells gradient, says that persistence is not isolated, but distributed across layers, particles, atoms, life, minds, planets, galaxies, and the cosmic web. Persistence flows across these layers, binding them into a single, unbroken continuum. PIW explains how patterns survive. CWG explains how patterns scale. Together they form a simple, powerful picture. The universe builds itself by preserving patterns and passing them forward across every layer of reality. This is how complexity grows. This is how structure evolves. This is how information travels. This is how the cosmos stays alive. This is the story that never resets and never ends. And that brings us to the end of Season 1. We started with simple questions. Why do patterns survive? Why does information matter? Why does time move forward? Why does complexity grow? And the answer, again and again, was the universe carries its past into the future through layers of information woven by persistence across everything that exists. Thank you for exploring this journey with me. Join us next season where we take these ideas deeper and explore new questions about consciousness, intelligence, dark matter, black holes, the early universe, and the boundaries between physics, life, and mind. The universe is far from finished, and neither are we. Join us next time. Who knows where the journey might take us, what patterns we might uncover, or what mysteries we might unweave. I end this great persistent cycle. I'm Charles Carroll, and thank you for listening to this episode.